Here's a question that was asked on the Clips channel. Don't know if it's okay for you to answer now. The question was, "Hi Lisa, I want to ask you so many things, but the most important is, why are we here? Once you awaken, which I am not, then what? Are we forced and obliged to exist as consciousness? For what purpose, forced and obliged? You must live as consciousness." That's cute. "Do you have the hope to ever dissolve into nothingness and finally get liberated from being? I really hope you have the time to read and maybe answer." I mean, the simplistic answer to that is that looking at life through thoughts is never going to really capture what's happening. So we as humans have this concept of meaning and purpose, and it's our concept. It's not actually something that exists inherently in life. And we then begin to get into this mentality that we have to have a meaning in a timeline. Like, so you have to be the savior of this world, or you have to become enlightened, or you have to find the meaning, which is to advance an alien species. It's the way in which we think as humans. And then we take that thinking as reality. Like, even me saying this won't really make an indent in what you believe. So I'll say this and it won't pacify, more than likely, your desire to understand meaning. It will be a long, drawn-out habit that you've done for many years, and it will oscillate between highs of finding meaning, the partner, the children, the job, certain scenarios. So there'll be the highs of that, and then there'll be the lows of feeling meaningless, depressed, stuck, without meaning. And they live as opposites. And we believe that one has reality, the pleasurable one, and the other one is like a hidden fear that haunts us. So we believe as humans, or people believe, that there is a meaning out there for us, and that we one day as people will arrive at that meaning. And there is no meaning. And that's not like you imagine it. You're like, oh, she means no meaning as the opposite to meaning. That's not what I mean. I mean there is no meaning with no opposites. That life isn't meaningful or without meaning. It is neither. These are human constructs. And consciousness is absolutely enamored by itself. It's free. It doesn't care what happens in time. It doesn't care about one day arriving anywhere. It is totally free in the experience. And from that place, all seeking subsides. So you're not seeking for meaning anymore. It's just not cared of. The human has certain pleasures and pains which orientate the body, but it just doesn't care. Your essence is free. Your essence is absence of suffering. It's total emptiness, appearing as fullness. From the human mind, that seems unsatisfactory. But when the experience happens, the seeking disappears. So when that shift happens, the seeking disappears. And so it doesn't matter anymore. And then there's people like, yeah, but you're stuck in the non-dual state. You need to come back out of that to then go back in and find your true purpose in life. The human needs purpose in the human world, and so it will move on the human level. But on the absolute, it's free. Meaning and purpose is from the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra, in its positive, is I can do it, I will make it, this has meaning, this means something, I can do it, I can achieve, I can be prosperous. And in its negative is meaninglessness, hopelessness, despair, depression, lack of energy. And what happens is we get stuck in these chakras and we believe them to be reality, and we look for freedom in them. And we believe that finding meaning or not experiencing the depression is freedom. Whereas something else can happen when there is no longer a running away from the pains and pleasures of the chakras or the pains and pleasures of experience. There's just a resting in what you are. And then in resting in what you are, there's something else. There is something so deep and free and out of control and unexplainable. It's the absolute opposite in a way to the human. And this is all you ever wanted. It's magic. Thank you for your question, whoever that was, someone from YouTube. So this is from Monique. So do I understand it correctly that all there is what apparently is, what arises, and what arises is one, and that can only be experienced like that after an apparent shift, and even in there can be no understanding of what it is that arises? There can be apparent understanding, and there can be like a knowing of this. So in a way, you're always falling out of the seeking self, but the seeking self is only remembering itself as seeking, so it can't really remember being present or being presence. But yeah, kind of, it's like that. In my interpretations of the words, but in your interpretations of the words, we might mean something completely different.